Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, December the 2nd. I'm Clay Emo at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm a founding member of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. I was there yesterday as the Vancouver Canucks lost a hard-fought battle to the Dallas Stars 2-1. I was there with my wonderful friend Marie Huey, who sang the anthems, did wonderfully as always. And as you probably saw either on TV or if you're at the game, I'm going to talk a bit about a special video that I'm going to put together about our day. And I'll talk about that at the end of this video. I'm recording this just before Super Skills starts, so I'm not going to the Super Skills special day today down at Rogers Arena. Sometimes I go, sometimes I don't, but I've been at the arena quite a bit this season already, and will continue to do so. I know first world problems, right? As you know, I feel very blessed to go, despite the Canucks not winning a lot. But I decided to take a break today and going to stay home, hang out with family, nor bring them to the Super Skills. So I'll be home, but I'll be following up on the results, and I'll make some very quick predictions. I'm not sure if there's any type of breakaway, how they keep track, but obviously I think Pettersson will do the best at that. I also think Pettersson will win the accurate shooting. I think Jake Virtanen will win the fastest skater, and I think that Brock Besser will actually win the hardest shot. And I say that because traditionally it goes to a D-man. You look at all the winners for the NHL All-Star skills competitions. It's usually almost always a D-man. Sometimes a forward sneaks in there, but usually a D-man. But I can't really think of a Canucks D-man that's got a real hard shot, actually. And especially Goodbranson, who won it last year. I think he's still nursing an injury. Don't know if he's going to risk aggravating anything today. So let's go with Besser, especially Besser's healthy, and maybe his slap shot will help him win the hardest shot competition. So I'll follow up on those results. If you want to leave, I'm not sure if you even see this before the actual Super Skills goes, so if you want to leave a prediction below, I invite you to do so. Okay, let's quickly talk about yesterday's game. That was a battle. That was a grinding game. Unlike the Vegas game on Thursday night, which is end-to-end, a lot of up and down action, a lot of good scoring chances. Yesterday did have some good scoring chances, but they came out of grinding, and they came out of hard hits and tough play along the boards and tough checks through the neutral zone. It was a grind out there. That's the best way I can put it. And it wasn't dirty. It wasn't it wasn't anything out of balance. It was just two teams who were playing a very hard to play against style last night. So there were flashes of speed, but really it was certainly more tight checking and battling for every inch, battling for every loose puck. And I think the Canucks acquitted themselves quite well that way. You know, in the first period, it was Horvat's really nice goal, actually. It was a pass from Mott to Roussel. Roussel, when he did it, I actually said, as Roussel kind of centered the pass from the boards, I said, that's a really bad pass, because I think it was up in the air or it was fluttering. It simply wasn't tape to tape, intentionally at least. But what you saw Horvat do was so good, is he actually snagged the puck or hit the puck right at that sweet spot when just as it hit the ice. So it wasn't before it hit the ice, so he didn't knock it out of midair, but he got it just as it bounced and it hit the ice and put it behind Ben Bishop. And it was a wonderful goal. Horvat rushing to the net and leading. And I'm going to talk about Horvat's game overall in a second. So that was the 1-0 goal. Score of the second period. So I felt pretty good, going to the third. And then we saw Dallas really start to win a lot of those battles that were 50-50 in the first two periods. They won a lot of those battles. Even they were winning a lot of battles, causing a lot of turnovers, even on the plays that didn't lead to Dallas goals. But on the two Dallas goals as well, they simply outworked the Canucks, and where there's good calls or good bounces, they deserve those two goals. And as Travis Green said as much, he said that the Dallas Stars, full credit. He said that the Vancouver Canucks lost this game, and as opposed to the Thursday night game where they could have won it and they gave it away, he simply said, no, they lost. That means, and he was alluding to the fact that Dallas was a bit of a better team, especially in the third period. They really took the game to the Vancouver Canucks, ultimately wrecking a really good performance by Nielsen. Nielsen made some amazing saves in the first two periods, had a strong blocker, had a really strong glove hand, was very acrobatic, and he looked really good. And you just were hoping and praying that the Canucks could hold on. But as we've seen many times, they simply couldn't. As we've seen many times this year, they simply couldn't, because they're not deep enough, and maybe some guys were getting gassed, which I'll talk about in a second. So the two Dallas goals, the first one by Jamie Benn, some good work by Heiskanen, some good work by Tyler Seguin, and then Ben snuck around from behind the net and actually did a backhand to Nielsen's right. And right before that, Seguin was causing havoc in front of the net. He actually got into Nielsen's way a little bit before the shot that caused the rebound, and then in getting in Nielsen's way, he also kicked away Nielsen's stick unintentionally, so much so that the Canucks challenged for goalie interference, and it was denied. So that was the first goal. And the second goal, really, Jamie Benn again showing his skill, outworking, outmuscling, outsmarting, whatever you want to call it. He basically stripped the puck from Marcus Granlund, what looked like to be a routine clear out of the zone along the half boards, but Granlund gives the puck away, and you just saw the difference in skill, and that's why Ben's probably making a lot more than Marcus Granlund. Well, I know he is. And unfortunately, a great centering pass to Radulov, who made a really nice move on Nielsen, putting it upstairs, and that was the end of the game. Besser had a chance with about 2 minutes left. With the goalie pulled, he put the puck right off the crossbar. Again, we know that hockey's a game of inches. We know that the margin of error, though, for the Canucks is so small, is razor thin right now, that they simply cannot afford mistakes, and they need to be on the right side of some of these posts and crossbars, and right now they aren't. So all in all, hard-fought game, but Dallas was full value for the win, and I thought the Vancouver, up until, you know, the first 50 minutes, 45, 50 minutes, they played a really, really good game. Bo Horvat had an outstanding game, just under 25 minutes of ice time. Scored the only goal, was ferocious on the back check, really led this team by example. And do I worry about him being overused? A little bit. It'll help that Jay Beagle might return the lineup as early as Tuesday against Minnesota, and that will obviously alleviate some of Horvat's minutes, and then some of not only his minutes, but his face-offs, his responsibilities, especially in the defensive zone. Alex Edler at 25 minutes, so just 3 games after coming back, he's already munching up 25 minutes. That doesn't mean Biega, his partner, was also munching up those minutes, because Biega doesn't play on the power play. So actually, the only 2 defensemen that had over 20 minutes were Edler with 25 and Hutton with 20 minutes. The only 2 forwards that had 20 minutes of ice time were Bo Horvat and Brock Besser at 20 minutes and a half. Pettersson right behind him at 19 minutes as well. So there's one other difference too, I guess, is you see that the big guys for the Stars, Ben and Sagan and Radulov, they were all on the score sheet, whereas the Canucks only had Horvat on the score sheet, assisted by Roussel and Mott, but no Pettersson and no Besser. Although they had the chances. Pettersson put a hard shot over the net in the first period, just missed. Maybe Ben Bishop didn't give him a lot to shoot at, admittedly, because Bishop's huge. And then Brock Besser, like I said, had that one that went off the crossbar with 2 minutes left. Also was sprung for a breakaway from Pettersson, but could not beat Ben Bishop. So the Canucks are getting their chances, which is good. Be a lot more disconcerting if they weren't getting chances. The only other thing, too, I want to mention is the power play. The Canucks went 0 for 4. I think Dallas went 0 for 3, so good penalty killing all around. But the Canucks power play, they really need that to work. And it's going to make a difference in all these one-goal games, right? 4-3 to Vegas, 2-1 to Dallas, whatever it may be. Or of course 2, but at least 1 power play goal in a game would go a long way. It would help the Canucks move towards more wins, obviously. And it would get guys like Besser and Pettersson going even more consistently. So, not much to complain about. You know, it'd be different if the Canucks, laid an egg, or if I was bored, or if it wasn't an entertaining game, or if they didn't give an effort. But none of those things. They gave an effort. It was entertaining. They tried their best. They were simply outmatched in the last 10 minutes by some of the really good players by Dallas. And that game could have gone either way. But give full credit to Dallas for holding on, for capturing the momentum and holding on to it in the third period. Okay, so that's that. Enjoy Super Steals. Leave a comment below too. Let me know what you thought of last night's game, or yesterday afternoon's game. Actually, and let me know if you liked that 1 o'clock start time. It was kind of cool because Maria and I were out of the arena by 4:30. I was home by 5, and then on to my next family function by 5:30 that night. So, let me know if you like those 1 o'clock games, the 4 o'clock games, or 7 o'clock games. I put a poll. I think I talked about this earlier in the season too, when the Canucks had another afternoon game. But tell me what you think of the 1 o'clock start. Tell me what you think are going to happen at Super Skills, and tell me what you thought of the Canucks' effort against Dallas last night. And did you think that was a goalie interference? I thought it was, but it was marginal, and because the goal, calling the ice, was a goal, you need almost like irrefutable evidence, so to speak. And I guess there wasn't. In fact, they didn't even tell Travis Green what the call was. Nor did they announce it, because the referee's wireless mic was broken. So they just went straight to the face-off circle. And for tomorrow's video, it's going to be none of me talking except for the intro. I'm sure some of you are happy about that. But it's going to be a unique behind-the-scenes look of my day with Marie, as she prepared to sing and as she did perform the national anthems. And I think for those of you that are either fans of Marie, you're fans of music, or you're just a fan of that kind of thing, the behind-the-scenes thing, I think you'll really enjoy tomorrow's video. It's just gonna be 3 or 4 minutes. Gonna splice it all together tonight. But in essence, like I said, behind-the-scenes look at Marie before, during, and after the anthems, and some of the nuances, her warm-up and her routine, and some of the Canucks personnel that we encountered throughout the day. So look forward to that tomorrow. For today, leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply as always. Enjoy Super Skills. Subscribe if you'd like to like this video. If you'd like to enjoy the day. It's a beautiful day in Vancouver, sunny. I can enjoy the day with my family and look for tomorrow's video, behind the scenes look at Marie Huey as she sings the anthems for the Canucks. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.